Fuck that house now. I'm back. To the top, I'ma make it. Niggas just can't take it. To the top, I'ma make 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 it. Niggas.
Yo, we're back with another L. It's Nest Kingdom. Make sure you guys hit that like button.
Our first overtime L of the season.
Overtime. The Nets go down in overtime, 129 to 125. Again, make sure you guys hit that like button. Follow all our socials at the bottom. I'm with Saint and I'm with Chubbs. Let me shout out the chat for the night. It's Nest After Dark. Shout out Ron C. What's up, bro? Tish, hey, what's up? Prime XL, what's up? Versace Vibes, what's up? Immoral Knight, hey, what's up? The Bang, what's up? The Bang. Empire 717, hey, what's up? Quan Wilson, hey, what's up? And Isaac, yo, what's up? All my mods, hey, what's up? Brooklyn Nets 11, what's good, bro? Marquis Simmons, hey, Marquis Simmons. And who else is in here? Rich Boy, hey, Rich Boy. Kobe, what's good, bro? Yeah. This was a really, honestly, from the outside looking in, if you're not a Nets fan, this was probably like an amazing game to watch because it was just down to the wire, very competitive game. Now we'll start in the first quarter. End of the first quarter, we started off this game. It was back and forth. Luka had 13, balanced scoring from the Nets, just 2 for 8 from 3. We needed someone to step up from 3 because we didn't have Joe or Seth tonight. But at first quarter, Luka on Patty Mills was the story of that first quarter. We seen Nash bring Patty Mills off the bench, and the Mavericks were taking advantage of our switching. So we just constantly saw Patty Mills on Luka in that first quarter. Now, second quarter, we went on a 19-4 run. Nash put in Yuta. Yuta gave us good minutes off the bench. Sumner gave us good minutes off the bench. I think he had 8 or 7. No, he had 7, I think, off the bench. Yuta had those back-to-back threes. 19-4 run in that second quarter. Royce gave us good minutes. 8 points, 2 for 2 from 3. Halftime, it's tied. Kyrie had that buzzer beater, but I think they called it off. At halftime, KD and Kyrie combined for 26. Royce had 8. So how did you guys feel about that first half? We were feeling good like last game. I guess the Bucks game. It was kind of like we were feeling good. But how do you guys feel? Chubbs, how do you feel about the first half?
Matter of fact, hey, Google, what's the definition of insanity?
Insanity is used as a noun to mean the state of being seriously mentally ill, madness, similarly to
Doing the
mental
same
illness
thing
or
over and over.
mental disorder. You want to hear insanity used in an example?
You better say the Brooklyn Nets because that's all we fucking do. It's the same shit over and over. It's the same shit.
We're living in the Twilight Zone, bro. It's the same game over and over. It's like we do
Matter
good
of
the
fact,
first
hey,
half.
Google, what's the definition of ignorance? Google, what's the definition of ignorance?
Ignorance is used as a noun to mean lack of knowledge or information, similarly to incomprehension and unawareness.
Okay,
You want to hear ignorance used in an example?
Steve Nash better be that example. Because he was purely ignorant, thinking
Sorry,
Patty.
I don't have any information about that.
Damn.
Hey, we don't either.
But bro, it makes no sense. I'd argue that move literally set it off. It set it off. Literally, the first person off the bench was Patty Mills. The first person. And what did he do? Off the switch, he guarded Luka for 10 minutes, damn near combined.
Yeah, we lost the lead.
And it wasn't like a mistake either. Yeah. It wasn't a mistake. It's like I kept going, wait, are they he literally ran to him to guard him.
He willingly chose to guard him. But at the same time, do we blame him? Because the coach put him in that position.
Yeah.
The only thing, Chubbs, let me ask you this and tell me if I'm way off. The only, I was searching for a reason why they kept putting smaller, my only thing that popped in my head was maybe they knew Luka was going to score no matter what, who was on them, and they would rather put the better defenders on everybody else so they can't, quote, hit an open three, even though it didn't work. That was my only thought of like, why would you keep putting somebody like Patty on him, or even Kyrie for that matter? And the only thing that I could think of was he was going to get his shots anyways. Better defend everybody else.
Not Saint. You want to know what? As a matter of fact, let's go back. Hey, Google, define stubborn.
Stubborn is used as an adjective to mean having or showing dogged determination not to change one's attitude or position on something, especially in spite of good arguments or reasons to do so. Similarly to obstinate and mulish.
There's no way.
Stubborn used in an example?
Once again, Steve Nash better be that example. There's no way Steve Nash does not pop into mind when you literally hear that. There's no way.
Yeah, that's facts.
There's just no way.
Let me read the super chat. Shout out to Elijah Hall. He said, "I can't take this pain no more." Yeah, man, this is a tough. 1 in 4 is tough. I mean, we're not in too deep into the hole of the losing hole yet, but it's tough. Like I said, and we were in this gauntlet of good teams, so I don't want Nets Nation to get discouraged because these are great teams. I mean, Pelicans. You see what the Pelicans are doing. Luka is an MVP candidate. John Morant, MVP candidate. These are good teams. All right, so don't hold your head. Like I said, these are tough losses, but again, these are great teams, and we're still putting it together. But we just gotta do the little things to win games, and we're not doing those little things. Shout out to Easy Money. He said, "Jump Nash."
Jump Nash.
I've been saying that. Hey, you can go back to the first stream I've ever been on. I've been saying that since like 2-3 years ago. I've been said that all the New Yorkers, all the Brooklyners, y'all need to find Nash and just you don't have to really hurt him. Just like slap him, tell him to tell him to do something different.
Julian, what did you take on the first? Before we get to the second half, what did you take on the first half?
There was obviously, I'm to a point, like I said last stream, where like I can't even really. I'm exhausted about like complaining about Nash every game because it's literally every game, pretty much like every game. Yeah, he has his occasions where he'll do something good, but for the most part, like this is every game, bro, that we have these problems. It's for almost 3 years straight now, every game. Yeah. So I mean, I pretty much will just echo what Chubb said, and
yeah.
Same shit over and over.
Yeah, every game. We're in the twilight zone.
At least we fought in this one. And honestly, overall, we can put our hands up. And honestly, we just got. Like, I don't feel like there's anything we really could have done in that overtime. Like, we got.
That third quarter. Just to break it down real quick, we went on an 8-0 run in the beginning of the third quarter. I think Kyrie Kyrie caught a little bit of fire in that third. Mavericks led at the end of the third. Mavericks led then 90-84. That third quarter was also the Luka quarter because Luka was it was weird. The defense on Luka all night. It was basically Kyrie and Claxton switching on to Luka. And I'm not gonna lie, Kyrie did a decent job holding his own on Luka. And so Luka went into the half and he still had buckets, but he wasn't like Luka yet. But that third quarter, that's when he turned his superstar switch on. Was like, choom. He hit some crazy behind the back passes. He was scoring, dishing, rebounding. He was doing the Luka things in that third quarter, and then we lost the lead, and it was 90-84. Now, the beginning of the fourth quarter, Kyrie came back again. Kyrie was on trigger mode this whole quarter. I feel like Kyrie was going for 50 this quarter, man. Like Kyrie was this game, he seemed like he was going to try to go for 50. So the 2 straight threes in the fourth put us up, and then Kyrie Irving had 26 points with 10:39 left. 4 from 11 from deep. He definitely struggled from deep. Kyrie, I think, shot what did he shoot? 15 threes tonight.
He shot 35 from 3.
35 from 3.
He shot 5 for 14 from 3.
14 threes. He shot 14 threes tonight. So Kyrie had the trigger figure tonight. Now we get to the fourth quarter, then it became a little back and forth kind of game. Now KD, that's when KD woke up. KD woke up in that fourth. KD was actually really efficient tonight, but in that fourth, that's where he kind of sparked the run. We went on a little 7-0 run. Then it was 110-106 in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes left. Again, we're going back and forth. Then we're down. I think we were down 2 with 8 seconds left. Right here, yeah, down 2 with 8 seconds left. Ben Simmons makes a huge steal, gives the KD to tie the game in the fourth quarter. That steal, I was just watching that. I thought it was honestly over, and then I see Ben make that play, and I'm like, oh, and then we're back in overtime. We got the overtime game. So this is where the Nets fell apart in overtime. I'm not even gonna break.
It's like they tease you, bro. They literally. It's like I think. Listen, it is 5 games into the season, right? I think I'm more just. I don't know that I'm more mad that we haven't really won yet. We've won 1 game, or it's like the shooting yourself in the foot shit that drives me nuts the most. Like, you see them put it together, you see them make some good rotations, and then you follow it up with a fucking completely moronic choice right afterwards. Or, like, perfect example, how they guarded Luka in a lot of ways. It's just like, what are you doing? Like, are you trying to, like, that's what it's like. You give yourself a chance to win, but then you make decisions that are like, it's like you're saying, I'm not serious. And it's like Jack Vaughn is supposed to be our defensive guy, like coach. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, we have no defensive schemes, no adjustments. I mean, we left Reggie Bullock wide
everybody
open.
wide open. Not
we
just
left Reggie
him,
Bullock
bro.
wide
Everybody.
open. Yeah. And it's you know what it is. And I'm not gonna, like I said, I tip my hat to Luka because I have so much respect for Luka's game. I like how he talks shit and all that.
I love Luka.
Yeah, his game is on point. But it's like it's so tough to guard him because if you double him, he's such a gifted passer. Like he'll find the guy in the corner through 3 guys and just hit him right on money, and then it'll be a 3. And the Mavericks do a good job of surrounding Luka with shooters. So if you do double Luka, it's kind of like, you got to pick.
He's gonna pass it.
You got to pick when to double Luka. I think you double Luka when he's in the post, maybe, but I think that's when you double him when he's in the post. But like I said, like Sane was saying, our Jacques Vaughn, he wasn't doing anything defensively to adjust or to make things tough in that fourth overtime period. He wasn't doing anything in that corner. Now in the overtime, we just didn't have it. We just didn't have it in overtime. Luka was scoring. Reggie Bullock got hot. And to look at this is how many. This is what I think was very, very key for us losing recently, because it's like KD and Kyrie gave us almost 40 points each. And then you look at everybody else, it's only Royce was in double figures with 10, and DDJ had 10. I didn't even know DDJ had 10. DDJ had 10, and then that's it. Everybody else is a 7, 6. We don't really have bench scoring. We lost the bench scoring battle tonight. So after KD, Kyrie, it's like, who else is giving us that scoring punch? Then you look at the Mavericks team, literally everybody. They had look at all these guys in double figures: Dinwiddie, Luka, Kleber, Hardaway 18, Christian Wood 11, Green 10. So it's like 5 or 6 guys in double figures. Luka's not doing this by himself. You know what I'm saying?
I'm dead right now. Easy money sniper, bro. Steve Nash motto: little guards matter.
Little guards matter. I'm
dead right now, bro.
That's crazy.
Oh wait, everybody's not going on camera? Damn. Just let me on the island.
I'll come on in a second.
Nah, it's all good. I'll go off camera soon. Shout out to Win. He said a back-to-back against a playoff team. We did decent. Yeah, but how'd you guys feel about what do you guys think was the key for tonight's loss?
I think for me the biggest thing was honestly the biggest thing was defense. Yeah. Like you had your moments where, like, I'm not going to completely, like, again, when I say this, like, I was, even though like Patty Mills came in for damn near 18 minutes again and did absolutely nothing, right? Like, that was frustrating. The fact that he was the first person off the bench.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing because I will be happy. I'll let you know. Like, I was happy that like Yuta came in. Yuta hit both 3-point shots that he had. He was 2 for 3. I wish they actually would have given him some more shots instead of Royce. He still gave you hustle time, but they weren't really giving him an opportunity to shoot. But he was actually hitting his shots when he got the opportunity. The DDJ. I was surprised to see that, but that was
I was surprised
actually,
too. I was like, where did he come from?
that was actually not a bad decision. Dude was 4 for 6, 2 for
Yeah,
2.
he actually played
He was
well. I was like,
hustling, I thought he was playing good on the ball defense. Yes,
he was great defense in the fourth. Yeah,
so
he was playing
I wasn't mad about that. Sumner, Sumner was, tonight it wasn't Sumner's night. He didn't look as good as he did the other game.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mo. We didn't bring Clax in for Royce and leave Yuta in for defense and floor spacing. Royce wasn't switching on defense and wasn't making open shots.
Yeah,
Shout out
Royce missed a couple of open shots that were hurt us. He missed a
that
couple
I wish
of open
you
ones.
would have given to Yuta, quite honestly.
Yeah.
I think Yuta's a better 3-point shooter than Royce, in my opinion. Shout out to Smooth Savage. Nets are 18th in offensive rating, bottom 2 in defensive rating, bottom 5 in second
And
chance
points
bottom,
yes.
points and turnovers. We're
Points
supposed
and
to be
turnovers,
better defensively, shaking my head. Ball movement was lacking too, losing my mind. Facts. I mean, but like you said, the biggest thing for me was defense, especially in overtime. You had your moments where they did play good, decent defense to climb back in the game. But as soon as overtime started, just like we've seen us come back from a half and start the third quarter, literally non-existent. I get you have to worry about Luka, but you worried about him way too much to the point where you were allowing these guys to just take wide open threes, uncontested.
Yeah,
and
the guys around Luka are 40% 3-point shooters. Like
they
that's
shooters.
The way the Mavericks run. They have all their guys are good shooters around Luka.
And they were hitting.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, outside of Tim Hardaway and Reggie and but you still had Maxi Kleber 3 for 4, Christian Wood 2 for 2, Josh Green 3 for 3, Spencer Dinwiddie was 3 for 5. Like, see, they were hitting them at a decent clip, and it's like, I get it, but I feel like, quite honestly, I almost feel like because I thought they were actually playing decent perimeter D on Luka at times.
Yeah,
like they did. Yes, he did get his points, but I think that at times they did kind of they made him drive to the basket. And quite honestly, I would rather have him do that than hit a wide open 3-point shooter when you know you have all these 3-point shooters around him.
Yeah.
And if you can kick him off the perimeter and make him go to the basket, he was missing those. He was missing those bunnies. Yeah. So
we shot. They shot 50% from 3. We shot 34%. They actually had more turnovers than us, 18-15. And then the rebound battle, we won the rebound battle. Like like I was saying before, the Mavericks are not really a paint team. Like they're the opposite of the Bucks. They're not a paint team. They're not a rebound team. They're a 3-point shooting team. They're a perimeter team. If you guys saw tonight, like they got shooters. So we did not do a good job of protecting that 3-point line. That was the biggest thing, protecting contested threes. At least making these guys shoot with a contested hand. We were giving them wide open threes in crucial moments. In crucial moments, it's like you can do it in the first quarter and like, okay, I'll get it back, but not the fourth and overtime. You can't leave Reggie Bullock wide open.
And then add in careless turnovers, bro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Careless turnovers.
Like KD, I love you, bro, but you need to work on your handles, bro. You were given too many, like just losing it off the dribble. And
the backup point guard issue. That's why KD should not be bringing up KD should not be bringing up the ball or touching. He should be coming off screens like we saw in the preseason in the Milwaukee, coming off screens, coming off pin downs. That's what KD should be doing. Like, this is why when Ben goes to the bench, we have no backup point guard.
Where's the legit ball handler that besides Kyrie? But see, that's the problem too. When you allow Kyrie to run the offense too, to some degree, it does turn into the Kyrie show unless he's looking to distribute the ball. And it's like you love to see him go off, and he did, and he took over the game at a point, and it helped us get into the lead. But part of the negative byproduct of that sometimes is the rest of the team falls out, and they watch, and they're not in rhythm. So when the other team adjusts to Kyrie going off, and Kyrie is not able to get those shots anymore, and you start going to these other players,
they're not in rhythm.
They're not in rhythm, and it's obvious, and it just.
It's different with Luka because Luka was doing the same thing Kyrie was doing. He was checking it, but Luka is just a gifted passer. So he's bro. Did you see the passes he was making? He had
especially with his size. but it's his size too. Like if Kyrie was Luka's size, we could be having probably a different conversation too.
Yeah.
But Kyrie's got to do a lot of work sometimes to get those shots.
Yeah, exactly.
6'2"
like,
to 6'7".
Yeah, like he hit a pass where it was like behind the. He hit Kleber behind the. I don't even know how he saw that.
Bro, Luka's the closest like to LeBron, bro, in terms of like being able to score, rebound, and pass. Like, bro, he's a guy, bro. I can't even hate on him.
He's tough, bro. He's top 5, bro. Shout out. Let me read some of the chat. I saw somebody saying Coach Nash should have went offense defense with Clax and Yuta. He definitely should have in the fourth and overtime. Like do offense. That's the perfect time to do offense defense. Like defense with Clax, substitution, put Yuta in for Clax, like on offense. Yeah. Shout out to Joey BK. What's good? DJ said KD, Kyrie, 37-39, still lose the game. Please, the general manager and the coach, Ben Simmons, Patty Mills, need to leave urgently. Calvin Miller said, I don't listen to sports shows anymore. I need y'all to go live after every game. Shout out, man. Like I said, we try to do our best, man. We'll try to do our best to get out here every night. Brian V said tough 5 game stretch. Yeah. I mean, we're out of the gauntlet now, but we played the Pacers back to back. But like I said, these first 5 games, these were tough teams, bro. These are teams that are going to be top in the West. Yeah. Pelicans are going to be I think the Pelicans are a top 5 team in the West. The Raptors are going to be good. Memphis is probably going to be a first seed or a second seed. And then the Bucks, the Bucks is going to be up there. They didn't even have Chris Middleton back, so the Bucks are going to be top 2, top 3. And then tonight,
I have faith, bro. I am, when Seth Curry comes back, bro, we're not like all our problems aren't solved, but I think we win some of these games, bro, because he's a reliable.
He gives us another backup point guard
when it comes to that. So like,
yeah.
I'm looking forward to him coming back, and I think we'll be in a better position to pull games out when he's here.
Yeah. Do you think we'll talk about, we'll get into that. Do you guys think that Seth the news today was Seth went to practice with the G League team. So I guess I don't know how the practice went, but they recalled him after that. So it was good to see that he's actually doing 5-on-5 work now with the G League. So hopefully he'll be ready versus the Pacers. Shout out Easy Money. He said, have mercy on us still. Seth and TJ come back. Yeah.
Hey, did you see Steve Nash's quote? Steve Nash said Bennett the 5 is going to be part of our team moving forward.
I told y'all last season they was going to have to do that. They was going to have to put him at the 5.
Some possessions you got to do it. But not
versus everybody, bro. Like
not versus. It depends on the team. Like this team, it worked because it's not really.
I think you definitely can, and you can. Well,
it can be.
You can do it against the Raptors. You can do it against this team.
Yeah.
You can do it against certain teams. The teams
Grizzlies and the Bucks, no.
Yeah, like you. Yeah, and I'm okay. Listen, but actually, JC, it does when you have it. See, it does sometimes, but it doesn't other times.
Yeah.
Like when you have a smaller team, like we faced the Raptors and faced tonight, Bennett the 5 actually does work, which is why you saw Yuta in there more, and it did work, and it was partly why we were playing.
I think at the end of the game, he had it was Ben, Yuta. Ben was at the 5 at the end of the game. Ben, Yuta, KD, Kyrie, and Royce.
We ran slow.
Ben was at the. To close it out. Ben was at the 5. Like that's how we got that steal.
Okay. Real quick, just to address this, I can never say his keep. Morris, he's out because Marquise Morris. I'm tired, bro. I was up till 5 o'clock. Dude, I had to work 16 hours, and then I was up till 5 in the morning. But I think somebody in his family died. That's why we haven't seen him.
His father passed away. So
his father exactly.
His father passed away. So let's
let him rock.
That's why we're not seeing him, and there should be no slander towards the board.
Everybody grieves differently. You don't want to come at him for his dad dying.
Unless you want me calling your house a day after somebody in your family dies to come back to work, I would leave the poor man alone.
Yeah, let that man rock.
Yeah, you just gotta give him his time. Like I said, we down bodies right now. Like I said, we don't have Seth, TJ. How do you guys feel about the Cam getting benched part? Like, do you guys think Cam should be used more, or would he give us more or less with the Cam? There's a situation going with Cam because everybody's playing before Cam.
It's hard to tell if they don't play him though.
Yeah, everybody's playing before him. Sumner, Patty.
Can I ask you a question? Then I'll let them take over. think of this question. What did we see Steve Nash do last year within the first 15 games? All of a sudden you would see, well, why isn't Bembry playing? Well, why isn't Bruce playing? Oh, wow. Why is DDJ in the game? Right? Like he start like DDJ starting a lot last. So I'm almost kind of seeing like a repeat pattern of why hasn't Cam gotten any run? Does that mean they're potentially working on things with him behind the scene to ready him more to come in? That's a thing. But like, we're not going to know what Cam's going to be able to do unless they actually give the man some run.
Yeah.
Or how it would look.
What's crazy is when DDJ's number was called, he actually performed, which was like, even though he came out of nowhere with it, but he performed. But we'll see what happens with Cam. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you're joining us right now. The Nets lose a tough game in overtime, 129 to 125. KD, I think, had 38 or 39. 37. I'm sorry, 37, and Kyrie had 39. Mo, shout out to Mo. He says Cam could have gave us more points than Patty.
Yeah.
How many points Patty had tonight, yo? Oh man.
Like, I think just 3. No, that one shot he had.
Oh yeah, he only had 3 points. 1 for 2 and 1 for 3 from the field. 17 minutes. Yeah. It's a tough loss, man. It's like, it's because I hate, like, if we beat the Pacers twice in a row next 2 games, it's not gonna make me feel like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna still be upset that we lost these to tough teams.
We down two really experienced and impactful players though. So
yeah,
this
really just shows you, bro, that like bench scoring matters. Like bench scoring.
I've been saying that. That's why.
Bench scoring matters. People think like superstars all day. Oh, superstars gonna save you. Like,
I know
and Kyrie giving us 40 a night, bro. They giving us 40
I know it's
a night.
old, bro. I'm never gonna get over it. That's why I said we should have kept Jarrett, bro. We should have kept him. We should have kept all them guys. That's why I said.
Yeah. 40. They're giving us 40. This is the second game. They just literally gave us 40 each, almost 40 points each. So it's like they have to have some help. You know, it's like they
assistance.
Yeah. Like, look at Luka. Luka had 41, 10, and 11, but he had 5 or 6 other guys have double digits with him. So it's like he didn't.
I mean, but I'm not. Again, this is not me saying it's going to be better. But if you had a fully ready to go Joe Harris, that would slightly make a little bit, like, some of those shots would go down, right? Like, we don't know at what consistency, but you would have a more wide open. And let's not forget Seth.
Yeah.
Like, when those 2 guys are a little bit more in regular season rhythm, they're both coming off ankle surgeries. I think that will change some aspects of where we do, like, we're not going to be relying so much on Royce O'Neal for shooting it.
Yeah.
Like, I think that is one aspect of this team that is kind of missing right now. Like, and it's not about whether you want to keep Joe or not Joe. It's just, let's be honest. Those are 2 of our better 3-point shooters, and they're not on the floor. They're not playing consistently. It's only been 5 games. For people that are wondering about Seth, Seth was down with the G League, and then they brought him back up. It looks like he might go in the next game or the game after, but he's probably going to play in the Pacers game. It'll be interesting to see once Joe and Seth are more consistently in the lineup, hopefully getting more minutes than fucking Patty Mills. Like, things might change a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you might see a little difference, because say what you want about Joe Harris or Patty Mills, other teams are not going to just, like, I don't see at this point, like, everybody's like, oh, they're too soft. Like, Nick, I get it, right? But let's be honest, Nick, they're our best 3-point shooters, and they're going to have to be out there at some point, and they're going to get open looks. Like, teams are not just going to, like, they have to respect it, which is going to open
Seth
up
can
the
do more
rest
than
of the
just shoot.
game.
He's not just a shooter.
He's a
like, Seth can
shooter, bro.
He can shoot. He can create. He can create. He gets in the mid range, and he can pass too. Sometimes.
Yeah, but let's not like think that when these guys are on their court and they're back in rhythm and they have their leg game, like, I can't fucking speak today, their game legs underneath them, and they're shooting consistently, other teams are going to respect their 3-point shot, which is going
wide open.
Yeah, and it's gonna open shit up for KD, Kyrie, and whoever else is out there. Right? Like, when Patty doesn't have to do anything but stand in the corner like he did when he hit his only shot tonight, that's when Patty's Patty. That's when you want Patty. If you have everything else the way it's supposed to be, and you can just bring Patty and put him in the corner like he was for that one shot, I'm good. But all this other shit you got doing, Patty.
Oh my God, they got him running around doing cardio.
Yeah, like
yeah. Let me read these super chats and I'll let you go. Callaway said Rockets won the Harden trade. Yo, Kayla Callaway. Mo said AJ Patty played 18 minutes yesterday and 17 today and only gave us 3 points and he doesn't play defense. Why does Nash keep playing him so much?
Good vibes.
Good vibes. Good vibes. Nash plays Patty for good vibes. That's why he plays him. And he has ties. He has the Sean Marks ties and he has the Steve Nash ties. So
Patty has like a 25% stake in the Nets organization. That's probably why. Probably his contract. He has like a 25% stake. He has
shout out to Jay. They call him Pay Raise Mills. Pay Raise Mills, man. We gave him a raise. Shout out to Cypher. Nets are projected to get the 7th pick. Wow, that's crazy. Wong said coach doesn't know to defense. Even a center guy comes still doesn't change. Thank you, bro. Smooth Savage said we're good at blocking. We're top 2 for blocks. Yeah, we do block a lot of shots because everybody has long arms on this team.
And shout out to Marquise. What the fuck was that up with that fan that threw the fucking glass?
Yeah, who was that, yo?
What was that about?
Oh,
why,
bro?
AJ froze. But
it was probably a frustrated Nets fan from Twitter in Spaces. That's like my first thought was like somebody from Twitter went to the game and was like, "Fuck this shit." And fucking,
but bro, that's fuck. Nah, man.
That's what I thought, honestly, bro.
Somebody had to.
Even if like that was a glass cup. That wasn't.
Was it glass? Was it glass?
Glass?
One of those like very sturdy.
That was a hard. Well, there was a lot of ice in it. I know that much.
Nah, that shattered. That was
no, it did. But I'm saying there was a lot of ice in it. Like when they were talking about it, you could see it. There was a lot of ice, but it may have been like one of those hard plastic things too.
Somebody said he was pissed at Nash.
Y'all are very uncivilized, bro.
Somebody
in Florida at a Magic game or a Heat game, that's not happening.
Somebody
heard yes, that is, bro. What are you talking about? Somebody's gonna throw something. Nah, you're right. New York is the king of throwing stuff. We like the New York fans throw stuff.
Bro, regardless, that's time in a fucking place, bro. Time in a fucking place.
Especially when KD's shooting free throws. Like, what are you doing? At least do it when Luka's shooting free throws.
Yeah, bro. From the angle, it definitely looked like Luka was the target, bro. And that's the scary shit. That from the angle, like from where it came on, it landed right next to Luka.
It did.
Like who else? That to KD. Yeah. He was too far.
L on.
Somebody said iced coffee. That's what it.
Iced coffee.
Nah, you drink iced coffee at 10:00 at night. You was sick.
I was just about to say, there's no way that man just said that. That's crazy. Basketball is crazy.
This man just said this Ben Simmons playing basketball.
Basketball is crazy.
Yo. Hold on. We gotta start this for the shout out to Durant 23. We gotta read this comment. He said Ben Simmons is playing basketball.
Bro, I'm gonna be laughing at that for the rest of the night, bro. That's crazy. He a superstar when it comes to basketball.
Well, let's talk about Ben tonight. How do you guys feel about Ben?
Fuck.
Because some people said Ben had his most complete game tonight, and I was like,
for real?
This is his best game to date.
Like, this is probably his best game.
He literally
that ain't saying much, but it
isn't.
His steal literally pushed it to overtime. I mean,
it did. Give him credit. Yeah, you're right.
Nah, like, and mind you, I'm like the biggest Ben hater. Like check back when me and Saint argue about Ben Simmons for Patty Mills, but we have to give credit where it's due. Like, if Ben Simmons didn't make that steal, we probably lose.
Yeah, that's
Did we both? But speaking of that argument between me and you, Chubbs, we both look like dumbasses, right? Yeah. Like at the time when we thought the Ben that we were comparing Patty to, it's like, yeah, I win the argument. But it's like fast forward and we're like looking at Patty and Ben the way they're playing right now.
Yeah, but it's bad. It is funny where everything comes back to that argument. Like,
yes, it is
going to come back to that.
It's like Nets King. If you were here during that stream, like we kind of foretold the future a little bit.
Wait, Chubbs, Chubbs, were you here? I thought you was in the chat. No, you were in the chat and then you came. That's what happened. You were in the chat and then you came in the chat and then you came into the stream. You were in chat at first. What's it called?
Oh, when he heard what we were talking about.
Yeah, I was the one. I was like,
yeah.
And then
And
Chubbs
like,
defended
"What
me
did
in
you
the
say?"
chat, and then later on he came into the stream, and then that's when, that's what happened.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that.
but to play devil's advocate, Patty was out here dropping 40, bro. Patty was out here doing.
He was playing like a god at that point.
He was playing.
Patty was wilding last year. I don't know what happened.
That first half of the season, he was crazy, but
Yeah.
it's a little different now. I probably would have been on Saints side.
For me, with the Ben Simmons, it was like he did everything I wanted him to do first half. First half, I was like, wow, Ben's driving. I think the first play Ben scored, it was a Ben Simmons post up. I was like, this is what we want.
The
and then
fact
he
that
had
you were fascinated about that is sad.
Yeah, I was like,
Ben
oh my
was
god,
driving.
I was like, a Ben
that's
post
crazy.
Up. A Ben post up was crazy.
Yeah.
And then I remember he got a steal. He was going downhill, looking at the rim, and I think I put the
looking at the rim.
He was looking at the rim. Look, dude. I put it in the clips.
Bro,
he looked at the rim, and KD got a 3-point out of
it.
Bro, do you hear yourself, bro?
He
was looking at the rim.
And that's a positive, bro.
He was looking at the rim,
and
then he got KD an open shot. He was doing everything we were doing, everything we wanted him to do. He did in the first half. And then the second half, it's like he just what did he do in the second half? I mean, he didn't go ghost, but
what did he do with the second half?
He just
That's a good question.
No, man. It's just like he didn't give us. He stopped doing what he stopped being aggressive in the first half. You know, he just turned into like a defensive specialist in the second half. That's what he was. Defensive
He turned
specialist.
into classic Ben Simmons. But you know what the good thing about today was? He was a little less excited today.
Yeah. That's why.
That's why he played better, because he was less excited.
He was a little.
Because he was a little less excited, you know.
But guys, even if he wasn't the problem tonight, like there's no way you can watch this from beginning to end and come down to this was all Ben Simmons. If Ben Simmons wasn't here, it wouldn't have been different.
No, it wasn't. I'm not blaming him.
No, that's not all his fault, but like his contribution wasn't enough to steal.
Yeah. He should have been a little bit more.
I agree.
He had good moments though, like to give him credit. Yeah,
he took seven. He took seven. Like taking 7 shots is a big
for
we
him,
want Ben to take at least 11 shots a game. Like 10 shots to 11 shots a game I'll take that every night. Even if he misses, like he was missing tonight, I'll still take that.
I don't
want
care
him
if
to go.
That's what I've been saying.
Just take the shots.
Let me say this now. I have a feeling this is gonna happen, bro. Royce O'Neal is gonna give playoff Joe a fucking run for his money, bro. I'm not.
That's a stretch.
That's not even a stretch because I can see it happening, bro. Did you see his shooting stats, bro?
He was playing like he been playing like a god. Look god.
No, that first rounder was worth it.
Defense wise, he's been great. A little gets cooked here and there, but overall he's been solid. Got cooked tonight though, like Jesus.
Yeah.
But his shooting tonight was not. That was egregious.
Yeah, he missed.
They're wide open. They're wide open.
He missed some key ones. Some ones that I know Seth would not miss, yo. Seth, if those were Seth, and this is no shade to Royce because I love Royce how Royce has been playing, but it's like, I guess, are we asking him to do too much? Are we?
They said Royce so nothing. That's crazy.
Royce so nothing.
That's tough.
We did trade a first rounder for him. I mean, I don't even know. That's crazy in itself, man. Like he's good, but like a first rounder.
I feel like y'all are hating. You know, when I look at him, I see a third option. You know, that's what I see.
Nah, Royce can't be our third star.
Bro, that's our third option. He's our third option right now.
You know how
shooting like that. Shooting like that tonight.
AJ, you know how last stream
he's our second option.
You know how last stream you were talking about how Claxton should be a part of the big three? Nah, it should be Royce.
It should be Royce. Every day, every game it changes.
Royce really tried to be Pablo Escobar with all them bricks tonight, man.
Nah, he was wilding, bro. That shit was crazy.
He said, "I want bricks on my brick." He want bricks on his bricks. Like he was wilding tonight.
Ben Simmons had 3 for 7, 7 points, 4 assists, 8 rebounds. Royce was a plus 11, 10 points, 2 assists, 7 rebounds, but he was 2 for 8 from 3, which is not good.
You see why I really don't buy that plus minus system, bro? How the hell is
I don't
that plus minus always does that to you?
That shit is so flawed.
Bro,
yeah. I think it only works if you're, because some people get in the game when there's runs and they're like plus 15, and then they get out the game and they won't get in again and they're still plus 15. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
nah, he was really Shaquille O'Neal from 3 tonight.
Oh, they call him O'Neal Bricks. Yo, y'all are going crazy on
that. Sounds like a good ass rap name, low key.
Oh,
that's crazy.
O'Neal Bricks is OD, yo. Yo. Somebody said Ben airballed a layup. Yeah, he was wild. I saw that.
He was wild.
I don't know. Like I told y'all before, I don't know. He's not 100%. There's no way he's 100%. There's no way.
How is it?
I'm watching film from Philly, and I'm like, this is a whole different Ben. I don't recognize it.
Nah, bro.
Like I saw a little bit of flashes of the old Ben tonight, but I didn't see. It's not Ben yet.
I don't know. I guess he's still easy. I guess he's still easing in. He was out for a whole year. I mean, you're still seeing the same with Jamal Murray.
Yeah, like Ben. You know how fast Ben was, like last year, like when he last.
It's a mental thing, though, bro. I think he's still just.
Fast,
I think he's still just as fast as like he just doesn't like.
Yeah, and he was throwing it on people like he was dunking on people like it was nothing. Like you know the steal he had tonight. The old Ben would have speeded up the court and threw it. Like, I think this Ben just.
Oh my god.
Ben saw Katie cutting and he was like, "All right, Katie, you got it."
He made a good play. I mean, Katie was wide open. He made a good play.
It was a good play. I'm just saying the old Ben would have dribbled in front of everybody and just tied the game.
Yeah,
you know
it was one of those things. If he fucked it up, we would have hated him. But he made it. So it was like, okay, good shit. It's one of those. Like,
yeah. It doesn't look like I said. We're still gonna give him time, but it's not the Ben that we saw. Somebody said 5 games, pack it up. Chill, y'all. Y'all gotta chill.
Joey, that's what I'm saying, man. Like 5 games, you don't have enough time. We don't.
Start DDJ.
If that's the case, a lot of teams need to pack it up right now.
Yeah. What are the Sixers? Aren't the Sixers like 1-5?
That's not even.
They got the same record as us. They're 1-4. Lakers are 1-4. Like, but Lakers always suck. So I can't even say that.
Aren't the Utah Jazz are like 5-1 or something like that? And
Jesus,
that's how you
they
know
lost shit.
Man, how are we talking about who won the trade? We both stink. Like we both stink talking about who won the trade.
I saw that the Philly tried to take shots at us. Like I remember Harden, like Harden made a 3, and they were like,
he had like two good games, bro.
They're over here beating the Indiana Pacers.
You
talk about who won
beat the Indiana. You beat the Indiana Pacers, but they won the trade. I mean, that's just such a big game from Harden. He played a solid team. They're going to the playoffs this year.
Yeah, you stink, we stink. How about we stink together? How about that? Let's wait until we meet and just say okay, then do it, because we both fucking suck at the moment.
Yo,
they the ones that need to get back. All right, when we played last year, I remember what happened.
Is that Cam Newton?
Y'all speaking?
Is that Cam Newton at his profile pic?
To save your lives, looks like it. Don't you talk about? I'll talk about the Sixers anytime I want. Don't you say that? Save your lives. Don't you say that?
Cam
Marquis Simmons, we need Harden back. Nah, I'm not saying that.
Nah,
we need a center. I like Claxton, but I don't trust him. He's not ready. I won't say I don't trust Clax, but it's just he shouldn't be put. He shouldn't have all the pressure on him to be the center. You know what I'm saying? Like Dayron is benched up. Markeith is going through it, so he's not here. Ben is not really a 5. You can't. I mean, people want to put Ben at the 5. You can only put Ben at the 5 for like 5-10 minutes every game, maybe.
I said you should put him at the 4 last year. I was like, why you don't put him at the 4?
We don't have a center. That's the thing. This roster construction is we don't have a center. Shout out to somebody else in the chat. They were talking about Stephen A. said we needed Boogie, or he wanted Boogie to. We should get Boogie. It's like I said. I've been saying this since summertime. You know, we can't go into the NBA season with 2 centers and young centers at that. You know what I'm saying? Young centers.
Should we?
Especially someone who's below 230.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's like,
should we hit Drummond back up? Be like, hey, bro. Come back.
Stay in Chicago. Stay in Chicago.
Whoa.
He's on the Bulls right now. I don't want Dwight Howard. Nah, I'm good. I want Boogie because like he could give us another scoring option, and then she's actually a stretch 5. Dwight's not. All Dwight's gonna do is just like run down the court, mass slow, and just I don't know, foul somebody.
I think the Nets know. I really do think the Nets know that they need a specific type of 5, and I think they do know they need a ball handler. And if I'm trying to read tea leaves, if I want to pretend that for a second they know what they're doing, which is why we randomly see players coming in. You're like, why was he brought in? That maybe they're trying to, because I do have a feeling somebody like Sumner, like somebody's going to get dropped off this team for another position. I think it's coming. I just don't know. Like, I think that's maybe why you're seeing DDJ a little bit.
You think somebody's going to get cut?
I do. I really do. And I'm not saying it's going to, I don't, like, if I had to pick players that could potentially be cut.
But we need to cut somebody if we want a stretch five.
Exactly. Okay, like, so we have to cut somebody. That's where I'm getting at. Like, if you look at it, it's got to be somebody like Sumner. I don't think Yuta's going to get cut, but he has one of those contracts that you could cut.
You can cut and not lose him for nothing.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Morris, is it Morris on a non-guarantee?
Yeah,
as well.
He's another. He gets guaranteed around like December, I think. So we got time.
Still on the team.
Yeah, we can cut him. We can cut him and not lose
remember,
him.
You got TJ Warren coming, so that potentially is going to push somebody else out. So you could potentially cut Morris if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I mean, Yuta is on one of those deals, but I don't think they're. I think Yuta is slowly going to show you he's worth keeping. I think Yuta is a type of player that we need to. Not saying he's going to get a ton of time, but he's a big wing that hustles, tries to play good defense. He can hit the open three. If you watch him, he's all about keeping the offensive flowing. Yeah. Like, that is one thing I like about Yuta is he's a guy that's not like something that we've lacked. Like, what have we said the last 2 seasons? Or how many times have you screamed at your fucking TV or came in here and heard us yell, why are you just standing there? Move around. Yuta moves, which is something that we desperately need. Is if you're going to have a body out there like that, he needs to be able to move around. I'm keeping Yuta personally, right? Like, I'm a Yuta fan. I don't know how much he's going to ultimately contribute, but I think a guy like that in certain situations is going to be huge for us. He is a wing. I mean, let's be honest. Would we have killed for somebody Yuta's size as a wing last year?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. Imagine if we had gotten Yuta.
Got Yuta last year. That solved a good amount.
Dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, so to me, Yuta's a keeper, right? Like, I don't know how you're going to develop him if he's going to wind up being like he could potentially be one of those guys that you do wind up keeping and re-signing and keeping with this team because he is the type of player that we do need, that we desperately needed the last 2 seasons. So, but you're either
cutting Markieff or you're cutting Sumner. Then
I mean, at the moment, I'm either cutting Sumner, I'm cutting potentially Morris if and when TJ's back. Yes, but I like to move on from Patty.
Who would you cut? Since if we know we desperately need a stretch 5.
I have more confidence. I have more confidence in DDJ for this reason: his defensive ability. He can still, if DDJ has been taking it to the rack since he came in and played on our team, and he's done it effectively, right? Like, not the best shooter.
Gets better. He always gets better. Like every year.
He plays great on the ball. He plays better defense than Sumner does. He attacks the rack like Sumner does. I think they both suck at their open shooting, but I'm opting for defense with DDJ over Sumner.
Yeah. Shout out to Joel. He said great culture tonight. Ben getting better. Let's go, Net. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to the chat.
And people, they're not going to cut Cass. They're not going to cut Patty. They're not going to cut Dayron.
Yeah, we can't cut those guys.
Guaranteed contracts. If you cut Dayron, you're down to 1 center, and you can't even really call him a center. You know Patty's not going anywhere. Like,
that's why I gave you guys the options. We have to. It's who we got to cut. It's either Markieff or
Drummer Boy. You Drummer Boy, you're high. Like, you got to be high right now.
Sumner over Cam.
You got to be high right now.
That's a hot take. That is a
hot take. Yeah, that's a hot take.
Actually, I have a hot take too. I low-key have a hot take. You one in Kess.
You what?
I'll argue Yuta is what we want in Kess.
Yeah.
Like, at the moment, Yuta is arguably better than Kess.
Yeah.
It's not even a hot take. I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, but like we love Cass. He's like a fan favorite because he's like the first wing we had in Asia since.
I think Cass is like a little bit better like defender than him. Actually, I think he's a little he's better defensively. Like he can move a little quicker than Yuta, but that's about it. Everything else, like Yuta got it.
Yuta's more aggressive than Cass. He's just more poised.
Exactly. And Yuta can actually dribble. Cass can't dribble.
His foundation
the package with Yuta, bro. Like, it's the
Cass can't dribble, bro.
Better. His foundation, all he has to do is just like he's already good at shooting like open threes, but like that's all. Like I said, his foundation in terms of what he has now, like he's better. Like I think he'll be easier to develop too.
Yuta's been great. I don't see a reason why we'd get rid of him.
Yeah.
Now there is a small percentage. It's a very minority that would like I want to cut Yuta. I would cut Yuta like
for the stretch 5. Should I put up the poll? I don't know because everybody's saying like Patty and
we can't cut.
We can't cut Patty, y'all. We can't cut.
He has a stake in the company. We can't cut him.
Just gave him $7 million. You know how $7 million?
He's actually a co-owner. You didn't know
he's
that?
He's a co-owner of the Nets. There's a reason he's still playing, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, if you go for a stretch 5, then why don't you just cut Morris?
Yeah, we would have to cut Morris. Like I said, it's either Morris or Sumner. That's the only people we can cut. Everybody, I don't know why everybody's giving other names like that. Because every other guy has a guaranteed contract or has 2 years on their contract, 3 years. Like we gotta cut these guys that are not guaranteed.
DDJ and Sumner arguably do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'd rather go with the guy that's been here longer.
I'd rather have DDJ than. Well, I'm not gonna say right. Yeah, I'm gonna hold my thing to see more of Sumner, but right now I'm team DDJ over Sumner.
And DDJ has better defense by a long shot.
Oh yeah,
go with your in-house talent, bro. Like there's a better chance he fucking takes another leap. Like
he was great tonight. Like what he had 10 points. He was 10 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. You know what I'm saying? Like he was not bad in 21 minutes, and he played great defense.
And the thing is, like Sumner really can't shoot. DDJ doesn't really shoot. Like they both do the exact same thing. It's just DDJ's a better defender. So there's like I like Sumner and his aggressiveness, but DDJ can bring you the exact same thing for essentially like no money. Obviously, they make no money, but
yeah,
DDJ's on a regular contract, so you might as well just get rid of Sumner.
Yeah. Shout out to Callaway. She said, "Can't we trade Patty to a bad team for a decent center? And we need Morris. Cut Edmond." Well, we can't make any trade. I don't think we can trade Patty till December 15th. That's the official date we can trade him because he just signed a new contract.
You see, you can't.
As far as him getting traded, I doubt we can't trade. I doubt we would trade him though.
But bro, like, and this is my thing, bro. What is with these contracts, bro? Why we gotta wait until certain dates to trade people, bro? You know what I'm saying? He bought a stake in the company, bro. You can't tell me.
We gave him a raise, bro. They gave him a raise. Bro. He opted out, and we gave him a raise, and that's why we can't trade him until December 15th.
Now, see, a guy like DeAndre Ayton, I'd get waiting until a certain date. You don't know what's gonna happen. Teams might suck, but a guy like Patty, what's a deadline for him for?
Yo,
what do you mean? What do you? I'm not gonna lie, Chubbs. I don't know what you're saying because teams are obviously rushing to get him. They want him,
bro. What is gonna happen between now and December to where a team's gonna be like, "Yo, Patty Mills, man, what you gonna do?" Like, what the fuck, man?
Yo, somebody said, "No, we can still trade." I thought it was isn't it December 15th? Cypher, he just signed a contract though. Oh, he said it was October 8th. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I gotta look it up. But they're not trading Patty. I don't know why y'all think they're not. They just gave his man a raise. You think they're gonna trade him? This is Sean Marks' one of Sean Marks' closest friends.
He owns he's a part of. He's literally a co-owner, so you can't get rid of him.
Are you trolling, or is he really a co-owner?
I'm trolling.
Nah, he's not.
I was about to say, bro.
The chat is saying we're gonna trade Patty when they're not even. It
kind of seemed like it.
They're playing Patty over everybody right now. So you think they're going to trade him after playing him over everybody?
Got a stake or some shit.
Yeah. They're not going to trade him. Somebody said we can't sign a EuroLeague big. Nah, we can't. Josiah walked out of the Clays. Did he?
Bro.
Who said that?
You know who we need to get, AJ? We need to get that man Jock, bro. Remember that dude from from Stream?
Oh, yeah. I remember him. He said his name was Jock.
Jock, bro.
And Juice. Remember Juice?
Jock Juice.
Yo, Josiah was in attendance tonight. I remember. I think Jay was. I remember Jay told me he was going to be in town.
Did he? I mean, I saw that somebody posted that. I don't know if he actually walked out of the Clays, but
damn, I don't know.
He's got a dude. I just hope the dude is watching.
Somebody said Josiah through the ice.
Josiah through the cup.
Oh man,
Josiah through the cup.
It's gonna be one of those chat nights, bro. I can feel it.
Yeah,
man. Honestly, I have opinion with Josiah. I feel like the minute he steps in, he's not firing one person. I feel like it's gonna get to the point he's gonna do a wholesale.
Oh yeah.
It's not, if it's Nash, it's everybody, not just one.
Yeah, it's
Because,
the whole staff.
Yeah, but we had it. But when do you? Okay, but Chubbs, let me ask you this because we were talking about this earlier, like in one of the spaces, right? Like, say it gets so bad and you got to make the move, right? I fail to believe that they're going to pretty much wipe out the whole coaching staff, like in the middle of a season or the beginning. Like, what my worst fear is
Jacques Vaughn being the
they
coach.
let go Nash, but they somehow, unless you fire Nash and Jock at the same time and you promote somebody like Igor as the interim until you find a new coach.
Yeah, as long as it's not Jacques Vaughn.
No, it can't be. Like, if you let's put it this way, if you got rid of Jacques Vaughn and Steve Nash, I low key would be okay until you found a replacement, because I handedly feel that Igor would do a better job at running this team than those two would.
Yeah.
Like, I know people have their things about Igor. I'm not saying he's a savior or whatever, but I just have a feeling that man could run this team better than those two. And to add to the trolling, they were talking to Jason Kidd today, and Jason Kidd, quote, said that Steve Nash is one of the highest IQ coaches in the league.
Damn, he's correct about that. Like, he's correct. It's
Damn. I think he was just saying he was just saying that
I
because
was
that's
dying
his friend.
when that
That
exactly.
was his friend. That's
there
a
was
friend
no
thing,
truth to that.
Yeah, he was just saying that because it's his friend. Shout out to Sebastian Aguilar. He said, "I'm a Latino. I wanted to see my team win today on Latin night." Shout out to Latinos.
Why did you say
¿Qué tal? ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo te sientes? All my Latinos.
AJ, you don't know what that means.
AJ, you don't know what that means.
Yo, Sebastian know what that means. Sebastian, you know what that means, right? You know what that means. Calvin said Lakers don't have anyone we want. Yeah.
These guys said I'm Russian and I'm tired.
What does that have to do with it?
I don't know.
There's a joke in there somewhere. I'm trying to figure it out.
Somewhere that we're missing.
Shout out to you though. Don't tell Putin.
Jock had 7 rebounds. Yo, we gotta get out of here. The chat's gonna start trolling.
The fuck is
Jock.
that?
No, we could have had Jock, right? What was the joke about that? Like,
Yo, Jock.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know what it was? We thought Jock was an Australian name.
oh yeah.
And then we asked a real Australian. He's like, nobody in Australia is called Jock.
Nobody can name his name, bro.
Am I missing something? What is this? What's
I can't sign nobody's name, Jock. That bitch said we need Putin. No, we don't.
Y'all ready for Hey, do we want fucking LeBron Johnson back?
Fuck no.
Oh, we play. Yeah. Oh, Brooklyn. He said we're playing LeBron Johnson tomorrow. I mean on Saturday. Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
If he starts clamping up, I'm gonna be so mad.
Y'all remember when he had
If he
that
starts
one
playing
game?
like Javon Carter on the Bucks, I'm gonna be mad too.
What if LeBron Johnson goes off for like 20 against us? Like,
There's no way.
What if he goes off for like 10?
Well, I will tell you this. Because if you notice, every player that we've been disappointed with that's left the team pissed off at the organization has succeeded elsewhere. What does that tell you?
That the way we play is bad. Our style is, it's just not good
Our
basketball.
system and our coaching staff have no fucking clue how to get the best out of players. They basically need somebody like Kevin Durant and Kyrie that don't need the coach to tell them what to do. Other than that, you're screwed.
Does James Johnson even get playing time?
I don't know. Does he play? I don't think he plays. All right. I mean,
Kyrie
is there anything else?
Defensive player of the year.
Nah, I mean, bro, listen, it is early. I keep telling myself that it is early, but I will tell you this, and if I look for a silver lining, and as fucked up as it may be, is that silver lining, I'd much rather know we suck right now than have this false like sense of security and then have it like fall apart in our face later in the season. Right? Like if it's going to get nasty, let it get nasty now in the beginning of the season and hope that something can happen, some changes can be made, we can figure it out, because I'll be damned if I get to go through another season where we're like first in the league, Kevin Durant goes down, and then we're on an 11-game losing streak.
He said, "Who the hell is LeBron Johnson?"
Oh, you weren't here for I actually coined, because people were. I remember
I know who it is, but somebody.
No, I know, but to explain them, one time, I early on used to talk a lot of shit, and I was in spaces with somebody like Jay and Brandon, Jay from BK, and I used to talk shit about James Johnson. I used to talk shit about all these things, and these guys would stand up for him and give me a hard time. And I remember I got pissed one time, and I'm like, y'all motherfuckers are out here acting like he's like I don't want to see LeBron Johnson, and it just stuck. Like, if people started calling LeBron Johnson all across like sports Twitter,
yeah.
LeBron
Johnson was crazy. Like in that name,
that took off, bro.
It took off. Like when you said that in spaces, like everybody started using that, yo. So now
that took off. Like I think I saw somebody even on ESPN all of a sudden say it. It was like, it was beautiful, man. But
y'all want to do a quick Pacers breakdown before we get out?
Fuck no, I don't want to break down shit. I just want to fucking. I just want to win.
If we don't win both games,
we lose against the Pacers, oh my god!
Outside of that rookie, Mothern is his last name.
Mathern.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Benedict.
Miles Turner, Isaiah Jackson, Buddy Hield, Tyrese Halliburton, Chris Duarte, Kendall Brown, O'Shea Brissett, and LeBron Johnson.
I will tell you,
TJ McConnell.
If we lose any of these games against the Pacer, I'm pretty much going on. I'm going on hiatus. Like, you won't hear from me for like a week or two.
He's gonna be
straight up.
Straight
up. I'm ghost. I'm out.
Yeah.
Like,
if we lose, load up.
If we lose,
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
I'm going ghost.
What were you doing? What was that?
If we lose to the Pacers.
But I didn't see that. Can you show that again?
I'm going ghost.